What's your one word, babe?
I don't know.
Just one.
I've got so many.
Just try.
Just try. Let's go.
Crush
First
it.
word.
Yeah, I
So here we are. What a joy to be able to have this conversation with you. People that are just watching this for the first time, they're asking yourself, okay, you've had this successful business that you guys ran together for quite some time. I won't say exactly the age, but you guys aren't 20 anymore. You're closer to maybe in your 50s. And now pickleball. Why pickleball? Why did you get into pickleball? Let's start with you.
We ask ourselves the same question.
Yeah.
Because for old people, right, honey?
It's for old people. That's
No.
right.
Really old people.
You
Even
know-
though I love it, I'm not really old, but yes.
All right. And we all do. And we never expected to fall in love with it the way we did. This all started when Joey all of a sudden was in PE and had a sampling of pickleball and came home as a lacrosse player and basically fell in love with it. And he said, I'm done. I'm playing pickleball. And our first response was,
That's for old people.
yeah, what are you doing? That makes no sense. Anyway, so he played and he was in love with it. And we started on the court playing an hour a week. Then it was 5 hours a week, up to 20 hours a week. And lo and behold, as we started looking at pickleball in general, we just started realizing like, wow, there's a lot of opportunities here and there's a lot of holes to fill to make things better and make a difference, in this community. And thus we were born.
I love it. Well, knowing the sport a little bit, I love playing pickleball as well. And I can relate to the perception for probably the first maybe year and a half of me playing pickleball. I started right there at like 2020. The world is shutting down.
Right.
It's my birthday in March.
Me
and
too.
I'm like, really?
Me too, yeah.
Happy
That's when
birthday
they
in
shut
March.
down. 28.
Yeah, exactly. 29th.
3
No
months
way.
early.
Yes. And my son and I, we get introduced to pickleball, and everybody that I told I was playing pickleball, they're like, that's just for old people.
Right.
Like if you're really old
Yep.
and you have a big smile
Right.
and you're retired
Yeah.
and you live in sunny Florida or somewhere where it's warm like California,
And our
Arizona.
son never wanted to tell anyone. He goes, tell nobody. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
keep it on the DL.
keep it on the DL.
Right,
Nobody knows
exactly.
I play pickleball, Mom. Because
Nobody
I'm
knows.
a substitute teacher
Yeah.
on the side. He's like, nobody. And I'm like, okay.
But there's just this beautiful, I'm going to say, phenomena that's happened with pickleball.
Very much.
And really, for me, the first time from like 2020 until today, it's just exploded. I mean, you go into a Subway and you can get a pickleball sandwich.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere right now where somebody just doesn't have this pickleball bug
Yeah.
that's inside of them. And whether you're 7 or 77, you just have this beautiful, in a healthy way, addiction to the game of pickleball.
Well, you just hit it. I mean, I tell Pete, I go, it's the new golf course. It's where meetings are held. I've never met, they used to always ask me, are you taking notes? Are you interviewing people? Because I always be on the court with a notepad. Pete's like, he was talking to his mom one day. He's like, it's the new office. It's our new office. And I would go there with a notepad and I would take notes, truly. What are people doing? What are they wearing? What paddles are they using? What do they like? What don't they like? And we started creating this brand while we were sitting there watching our son have the time of his life.
Yeah.
And the people that we met from all walks of life.
Mhm.
I mean, people who had left addictions, to be very honest, people who were going through divorces, people who were going through real life stuff. They were on the court to disconnect and just feel a different level of unity. And I think as a mother, that was probably my biggest thing is
Acceptance.
once again, this is not going to be just a business. We are going to change lives. We are not going to be just another pickleball company.
And I've experienced that firsthand. And I love that we now have this audience, YouTube, social media that you guys have been connecting with. And I mean, here we are, we're just like 11, 12 weeks into the birth of Crush Pickleball. And to see already just the family that has come out of that, people that have experienced Crush products, people have experienced the community that's being built right now. I think that is really maybe the secret sauce already that I've experienced with Crush is that no matter what your ability is, no matter how long you've been playing the game, like it's just you feel like you're connected to a family and you feel this sense of unity. You feel like you belong, no matter what's been done to you in the past or how hard life has been, addictions, you said, no matter what's happened, the common element and the common ground is pickleball. And I think that has been one of the things that I've so appreciated getting to know your hearts, getting to know Joey and his heart. It feels and it is a family. Like there's
Yep.
this family that's just taking over the entire nation and even beyond
Wouldn't you say too,
US.
like
Yeah.
when we do our interviews, we've interviewed people from France, from Colombia, from Germany, from Czech. We've brought on people from all over the world that are now here in the United States.
Yep.
And the number one common denominator in almost every interview is we make them feel important. We make them feel loved. We make them feel heard. And this has now become their new family. And to us, that's a win.
It's a huge win.
It's a huge win.
It really is. And I can see even just right now, just your heart and your emotions, even in your eyes.
It is.
And
It's
just
emotional.
the passion that you have for people. I think that's one of the things that I'm so excited to have this new audience and a bigger audience that we're reaching now on a video podcast, on YouTube.
Mhm.
People get to see your heart. And I think at the core of your heart, we met at the airport.
I know.
And we had this meeting at the airport. Our families are meeting at the airport.
Randomly.
We're flying on this vacation. You're just selling the successful business. You don't know what is next. Here we are. We're traveling to Maui, our families together. And from the moment that I met you at Sky Harbor here in Phoenix to this point, even more so, I just see, and you just said it, Rochelle, the heart that you have, the greatest needs that we all have is to feel loved, accepted,
Mhm.
and that we belong. And those elements are really the ethos and the core of what Crush is all about. In addition to that,
Yep.
you make the best products.
I mean, that's really the cool part. Like I
Yeah.
said, we could be cool people, but if we don't have cool and great paddles that give you the best chance to win, then you really won't become what we intend to become.
Yeah.
So we
And Pete
didn't
can share
expect
that
it
with you. Yeah.
to happen. We didn't expect it to happen like this. The goal was obviously to poke holes in the, and fill these niches.
Not to light fires, huh?
Maybe once in a while.
Couple fires, maybe. Yeah.
I'm good at that. But it was, yeah. She puts them out all the time, all day.
Yeah. The fire extinguisher.
But it was
walking down
really,
Pete.
it was really about, hey, how do we go out and make a great quality product? Number one, that is going to cost a lot less.
Mm.
It's going to give everybody, not just the pros, but it's going to give everybody the best chance to win. And it's a paddle that's going to last a lot longer. And it's a paddle and a brand that you'll be proud of.
Well, we didn't really want to wear a lot of the pickleball gear. You'll have to admit, right?
Well,
when we started designing, we
no,
were
we
like,
didn't.
yeah, I don't want to wear that. I don't think
No,
that
we-
really looks cool.
Yeah.
No, it was kind of because they were kind of goofy and things like that. And we wanted to have a brand that was just
Went across the
boom.
board.
It was just simple. It was minimalistic, etc.
Mhm.
And really, we were hearing it on and off the court. Think about it. If you go
Yeah.
play, like you hear people like, all right, it's time for us to go crush this, right? Or I
Yes.
crushed it, or this and you want to crush a ball
Yeah.
and everything. And you don't think about those things. Like the word just hit you in the face. And all of a sudden one night it was just like, ding. I'm like, that's the name of the company.
It's
And
Crush,
then he's
you
like,
know?
yeah, we are going to start another company, honey. And I'm like, no. We're taking like 6 months off. That was like the deal. We were
It
going to
was.
take a
That
break.
was not in the plan. We just
That
got
was
out of
not
vacation.
in the plan,
Yeah.
right?
Not in the plan. No,
And
not at
well,
all.
Yeah.
Here
And so
we
that's
are.
where we started. And, and then we brought in, if I can elaborate on,
Yeah,
how
please.
our, what was really the way it's all come together, we never expected, because
All a God
remember,
thing.
it's
Totally.
not our plan.
No.
We think we had a plan. We
No.
did.
And
We
then
had a plan. It
yeah.
was
Yeah.
great. The script was excellent and
Yeah.
everything,
God
but
laughs
it
at our plans.
changed.
Yeah, I was
Make
going to
up
go count
sometimes. Yeah.
butterflies up north. And
And we'll bring on the story later on in the next podcast when we talk about how we met Brett. And Brett has been, an integral part, of our company, because not only was
he'll be on
is he a
another
pro,
episode later. Such a great man.
but he's also, he knows paddles. And Brett knows, he knows the industry. And the most important thing is that we just loved everything about Brett. We loved Brett. We loved his family. We loved what he was about. The guy is working all kinds of different jobs. He's a family man. He's a coach, all these things. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later. But it was about building great paddles and going out and competing. And the next thing you know, we all of a sudden had this team. It's wild. It's like,
and it's grown
yeah,
exponentially.
Well, and before in our
Yeah.
previous company,
Yeah.
we had hundreds of employees that all had special needs. So when we had our other company, my big thing was, well, we have to give back. We can't just make a living. We have to change lives. And that's always kind of been my ethos, as you say, because I came from a family that, if you're not changing lives, you haven't used up all that God's given you. So when we started, I didn't think I was going to get choked up, but
neither did I.
I love it. It's raw and real.
it's not always easy. We've been working together. We've been married over 20 years. We have 3 children. They were younger when we had our other business. It's not always easy, but that is not where you grow.
Yeah.
It's for bitter or for better. And we continue to get up, be an example for our children. We fail because that's what we do as humans. We fail and we have grace, and then we get up and we do it again. And
Right.
it's fun to pause, and we're usually
She
just
puts the fires out.
Behind you.
I do.
Walking behind you.
I put some fires out, but we've been
Yeah.
very blessed to work together. I saw my parents do it. I didn't know anything different. So you work together, and everyone's, how do you do it? We do it. It's
Yeah.
what we know. It's all we've known together.
You've already given us, the audience, so many beautiful characteristics of what you want to happen in this show. But when people watch this show and people connect with you and they subscribe on YouTube and they look forward to every single episode that drops weekly, what do you want people to walk away with the Crush Life podcast? What are some things that you want to do? And you guys can both speak into this. I know you just talked about, Rochelle, kind of failing forward and the importance of modeling that for your kids and the importance of growing and knowing that if you're in a spot that it's really challenging and really tough, you're probably growing exponentially in that spot.
Hopefully.
So I
do
mean,
the hard things. That's like my saying before I cold plunge every day. I go out there, do the hard things. Do the hard things, boys. I just texted it to all the boys this morning. That's where you grow.
Yeah.
You don't grow when it's easy. My middle one will tell you warm blankets make cold futures. Don't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
We've got, and we want to be an influence to our children and to the people around us that, people go, wow, you get to leave in the middle of the day. I'm like, yeah, but when you were sleeping, I was up working.
Right.
When our teenager comes home
I've
at
seen
12:30,
emails come across.
right,
Yeah.
right. When our teenager comes home at 12:30,
At midnight.
Yes.
I'm still in the office.
5
So,
a.m. even in the morning,
yeah.
6 a.m.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
So Crush Life,
Yeah.
it has come about because we didn't expect this.
Mhm.
We didn't expect this team, this family. And we got to know them when we started to get close to them. And we realized that this community out there with pickleball was like this breeding ground of acceptance, maybe some new life, etc. And the more we started thinking about it, and this is what really started opening everything up, was everybody's got problems. And especially in this upside down world, what we're really seeing is the fact that everyone has challenges. I always remember that, that quote somebody said to me one time. They said, you think you have problems. They said, you should go get everybody in your neighborhood and have them bring their bag of problems over to your house. And you guys all put them all in one room, right?
yeah, in one basket. Yeah.
And then you guys have the opportunity to go pick up any bag that you want. And at the end of the day, you'll probably find out that you're going to go pick your own bag up and walk out the door, right?
Yeah, that's wise.
But my point being is that everyone has challenges in life in this world today, financially, spiritually, with their
Physically.
marriages, physically. Everybody has challenges. Everyone looks at Instagram and everything else like
The
that.
highlight
Life
reel.
is just beautiful and it's a Ferrari and everyone's rich and everyone's beautiful. And I'm on this vacation, I'm on that vacation. I want to see the B-roll. And what's really cool that we started to see
And we want to be
happen.
loved, and we want to love others in their B-roll.
Right.
That's probably, like we want to be authentic to people, and we want to be authentic. We're not
Right.
perfect. We're flawed. We are flawed
all
from the
flawed,
inside
right?
out.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
But
so
we
what
work.
what we saw was,
Well, it
you
used
know,
to be Crush It. Remember when we first started doing it, and then Brett brought to us, well, that reads as something else. I'm not going to say it. So it was
put them together.
It was initially Crush It, and he's like, "You can't do that, Rochelle. It looks like Crush,
Yeah.
And so we're like, Crush Life,
Right.
and I'm like, we're going to crush life in every aspect. We are going to be a movement. Like, and I'm passionate. I know my eyes pop when I do that, but like, I'm just so passionate. Like at the end, when I'm done and I'm done here on earth, I want someone to look at me and go, "You used everything I gave you." And we want to be a light. We are going to be a movement. We're going to make great paddles. We're actually working on our third design right now. We just got our prototype. We've got exciting things planned. I mean, let's not forget we're a paddle company, and we are going to crush life and the market. But we're going to touch lives along the way. Yeah. And that is not debatable.
So what we're seeing already with our team that's so cool is that they come on the Crush, and you see on, social media, we introduce everybody as their name. Welcome to Team Crush.
No titles.
It doesn't matter if they're an athlete or just an ambassador or just a coach, or if they're just a pro, a player. Everybody's on Team Crush. And what we didn't realize until recently was that all of a sudden, these players, when they're announced, they're reaching out to each other behind our backs. We don't know. Not that they can do that.
Yeah.
But they're talking to
We
each
encourage them
other.
to.
Yeah.
And they're getting to know each other, and they're becoming friends, and they're sharing experiences together, and they're inviting each other into their homes. Like, hey, I've got a tournament, come stay here. Or, hey, so-and-so is coming down into Florida. They're going to play with me. And they're getting to know each other. And this way, it's a sense of belonging. Yeah. Like everyone, it's a new foundation, what the pickleball court has done.
It really is. And I think that's probably the word that I would use to describe. If you haven't played pickleball, you should try it. But for those watching in that have played pickleball, from that first time you walk on the court to the millionth time you've been to the court, you just feel like you belong to this family.
It's home. It's home.
And the process of how you play the game, the paddle system, and how people rotate in, it's just the game that is so much more than a game, because it's a game that really brings you into a family where you belong, and you feel a sense of belonging and unity and connection with complete strangers.
And you'll hear more about that on episode 2 with our son. I think it became a little personal for us because our youngest son had life-threatening allergies. He's a little bit smaller than most of the kids in his grade. And he was always just trying to find that sweet spot. No play on words. And pickleball's been that for him. It's become, they call him, you're my little brother. Joey's our little brother, right? So it's become like a family for him. And as parents, you want nothing more than that. And it's fun to see our other boys play, and they're learning to love the game. And they're all at different places in their life age-wise, and they all love it.
Yeah. It's so good to take this journey with you guys. And I think the last question that I would just ask you in this first episode is, what specifically do you love most about pickleball? If you could just frame it into like one specific word or a sentence, what do you love most about pickleball? Because some people watching maybe have never played the game. So this would be a little
One
plug
word
for pickleball.
from me?
Yeah.
Community. I really didn't have one word. Nothing's one word in my vocabulary. That was really hard, but I just got it out there.
I did say a sentence. Maybe a sentence, but I was looking your way when I said that.
It's a no divider. Like to me, since I can go outside the one word, there's no divider. It doesn't matter your income level. It doesn't matter your height. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your fitness level. It's for everyone.
It's beautiful.
There isn't a lot of stuff you can say that about. And mark my word, whoever's listening, wherever I'm supposed to look, it's the new golf course for business meetings. I'm telling you. Yeah.
It's the new therapy session.
What's your one word, babe?
I don't know.
Just one.
I've got so many.
One.
I don't know.
Just try.
Just try.
Just try. Let's go.
Crush
First
it.
word.
Yeah, I
Again, that's 2 words, but
I know. So
or
crush.
I love to crush balls or
Yeah,
whatever.
right,
I
that's
crush
coming.
balls.
Pickleball's
I'm
not a
wearing
crime.
that shirt in Mexico on
Yeah.
vacation recently, and people were like giving me like 20 takes everywhere
That's
I walk around the
awesome.
pool.
They're like,
Who is this guy that crushes balls? Like, what is happening right now? And I was like, I love
golfers
this
for
shirt
me. They're
so
like,
much.
I need that shirt for
And
my
again,
wife.
that shirt is for sale. You can go to
Yes.
the website. I'm
Yeah.
plugging the shirt right now.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yep.
guys so much for taking this
Thank you.
journey.
Yeah, thank you. This is
Hosting
awesome.
Crush Life podcast. We just can't wait to be able to have multiple episodes every week.
Yeah.
Tune in. They're going to walk through what Crush Life, this mindset, this heart set,
Yeah.
what it really is about to crush life and have that frame of mind to be able to have that mindset when you walk into life right now.
Absolutely.
It is a beautiful show. Stay tuned. Thanks so much
Excited.
for hosting. What a joy
Thank
it
you.
is and an
Awesome.
honor to be able to interview
Yeah, thank you.
for the first show. All right, take care. We'll talk to you soon.